Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. Stay clear of the doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail Podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode, I have no idea because I didn't write it in the notes. So you'll figure it out because it will be in the title of the episode. Today is Monday, March the 10th. And let me tell you, I'm full of beans today because I've got my whole crew with me and I'm feeling very silly. And we've got a silly episode for you on tap. It is the return of the Monday Morning Monorail March Madness Mayhem Bracket. Will the MCO Monorail be able to defend its title that it was well earned last year as the best attraction in all of Orlando? Will it stay on top and go back to back? We'll have to find out. But in order to find out, we've got to bring in the panel of judges, my friends, the best podcasting team in the game. And we're going to start with Stephers. Stephers, welcome back to the monorail. How you doing?
Hello, it's me. What was I gone? I was gone.
You were
What did
gone
I
last
do?
week.
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't know.
had friends. I went out. I went outside of my house. I was trying to remember what I did. Anyway, hello. It is great to be back for episode 242 of the
Hey.
Monday Morning Monorail Podcast, in which the MCO becomes the reigning champ.
It's the reigning champ.
Reigning champ continues in that the reign will continue this year. I am calling it now. Please place your bets and find out at the end of this episode.
Stephers calling her shot right now. We'll see. I think there's some stiff competition in the bracket this year, but we'll see how it shakes out. But we can't do that until we're at full strength. And thank goodness we are all back here, back on the monorail. And it's appropriate because this particular member of the monorail is wearing a hockey sweater. So I'm saying, like, we're all out of the penalty box. We're skating at full strength, and we're ready to slap some pucks. It's Landon the Dawes down. Landon, welcome back to the monorail.
I don't think that's a phrase. Hi, everybody. Coming from the Isolation Station for Love. It's me. It's the DOZ, Landon the Dawstone, and it's a Monday morning. You know what that means. And I'm sorry that I'm running late for today's podcast. I know everybody is springing forward. I accidentally sprung backwards. I don't know how that happened, but I apologize for putting y'all behind. And Stephers is already calling her shot, saying that the MCO Monorail is going to repeat. I actually think Honora is going to win this year. So, yeah,
I think it's going to be Moonlight, but I guess we'll just have to
I haven't seen Honora yet, but it's on
Nobody has. Steph.
Okay, hold on a second. So fun fact about Stephers is I watch like when actors are promoting their movies and stuff, they do like the Hollywood Reporter does like a roundtable. Variety, I think, does like they do like roundtables, so they get all of the leading or supporting actors or actresses, and they all sit at a table and they talk about the process in their movie and like all this stuff. And the actress who plays the Honora part, I don't really know anything about. Like, it made me want to watch the movie, and so maybe I will see the movie at some point because I have like on my watch list because I clicked it after I did. Anyway, but yeah, fun fact about Stephers.
I mean, good on you for actually going out and checking out Academy Award winning films. I know there are dozens of you out there, but it's just like, it's like hearing the pitch of Honora doesn't really do anything for me. Though I do want to say a film that won an award, A Real Pain. Check that out. That was great. Like Kieran Culkin was a force of nature in that film. And also it was such a good movie. Such a good movie. And it didn't have a single hero or supervillain or a goblin or an explosion in it. So if Landon the Dawstone is saying that, you know it must be good.
True.
Oh, well, I honestly, when I was watching the Academy Awards this year, this is the first time in years that I've watched it. I'm like, I haven't seen most of these movies, to be honest. Flow, that animated movie that won.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Have you seen that, Landon?
I've seen highlights of it. I have not seen it all the way through, but everything that I've seen online, like I've watched clips of it on YouTube,
Yeah.
just like brings a tear to my
Yeah.
eye. It is so beautiful.
People love it.
Oh my God, it is so great. I look forward to watching it beginning to end, but the reason I haven't is I know it's going to make me cry. Same with Wild Robot. That is like I know I am going to love that movie.
I watched it. It was so you need
See?
to watch it. It's so you're gonna cry like a smidgen, but like it is so
just
good.
a smidgen. Okay,
Just
I
a
can deal with a
smidgen.
smidgen of tears.
Yeah. No,
Because
no,
honestly,
smidgen.
like existence brings a smidgen of tears.
Did you cry during Wall-E at all?
Yes.
Are you
Okay, so
asking
like
me? Oh.
like I skim more than Wall-E kind of crying, but like just a
Okay, I can
smidgen.
deal with that. I can deal with that.
It's so good. It is so good. Oh wow! I watched it like a couple weeks ago. I cried. I was like, this is so. Oh my god.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
So the prospect of a movie making me cry doesn't really factor in on whether I'm going to watch it or not, because every movie makes me cry.
Okay.
So
As we talked about, commercials make you cry.
yeah, exactly. So just saying, oh, this movie's going to make you cry. I'm like, okay. It's just like every other movie I'm going to watch. So that'll be
Speaking
fine.
of
A commercial for that yogurt from
Danimals.
Yes, that makes you poop good. And
Oh,
just like,
probiotic.
that was really done good.
Well, I do love Jamie Lee Curtis. So
Wait,
what can I say?
did y'all see the teaser for Shrek 5?
Oh, Stephers, I don't know. I feel like we might need
About
to
how
save
Shrek
this
has gone woke. No.
for like across the Universal, because people have a lot of thoughts and feelings about this new Shrek movie.
I know.
Also,
I
Shrek has always been woke, you dummies.
know. Shrek was a memer before memers were a meme.
That is true. Yep.
I don't even know what that means. That's
But
funny.
she's right.
I
right.
am.
She's
Anyway,
right.
that is not even what the point of the show is today.
And Shrek
so
was
hello.
friend with Smash Mouth before it was cool.
Oh.
Since we're doing a gimmick podcast today, I want to say, Landon, you brought up the fact that in the past we had done a little episode we called the Mousker Awards. We did it. Gosh, that may have been our second year recording the show. It was a long time ago.
We've lived several lives since then, haven't we, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God bless.
But it was a great episode, but it also required a lot of work to put together. Like, we actually wrote scripts for that. There was
I had costume changes.
There was
animals were rented out.
Where was I?
This was pre-Stephers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that makes more sense now. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But
yeah.
I would recommend, if you haven't ever heard that episode of the show, go back and check it out, the Mousker Awards. It was a lot of fun. I liked the idea of bringing it back, but it felt daunting this year. And by the way, the Oscars jumped up. Like, I didn't realize it was going to be last Sunday. All of a sudden, it was like, oh my God, the Academy Awards are tonight. So that
Mhm.
sort of happened without me realizing. So I'm thinking, now that we've got a year's worth of runway, I feel like we've got time to put it together for next year. So we'll do.
Producer Mark Tape.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely, we can do it. But I need to have that in mind anyway, because one of the things we like to do is sort of the in memoriam for all the attractions we lose during the year. So I need to keep track of that. Best new attraction, best new show, all that kind of stuff. We've got the whole year to be thinking about this.
Well, also, I think this is a good year to a good time to do it, since like things are opening and things are hopefully actually being produced.
Yeah.
And,
No, I
think it's
agree.
a great time. I think 2026 is our year, y'all.
I think
And
so.
Stitch is still closed.
Stitch is still closed.
Oh, okay. Wait, never mind. I'll save that for the next news show. I just feel like that is a neglected area. That why are we neglecting it right now? Like why? Like
Yeah.
is that like bottom of the barrel Disney? I mean, obviously, but
The only thing I can figure is it's been closed for so long. They use that space for like a meet and greet for a little
They
while,
did,
but
yeah.
they're not even doing that. And I
Mhm.
guess Disney's like, look, we got all this other stuff to spend money on, and people don't really care. that it's closed.
I think the building's a hazard. Actually, I have some insider info. I'll share.
Oh, it's
I'll
a
share next time.
hazard.
Oh, we'll share next time. It's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Disney needs somewhere to put all their coats and hats. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a big
That's
old
where
coat and hat rack.
They're making that a new entrance, like an above ground entrance to the secret tunnel system. And so really they're just,
could be
moonlighting.
Could be their
speakeasy. Or they're making a speakeasy, a Tomorrowland speakeasy.
I would love that, Stephers, but
that would be so lit. They're not going to do that, but like that would be
unlikely.
So lit.
They are absolutely not doing that.
Listen, I hate it here. Anyway,
it's much more likely they're using it for excess asbestos storage. But
also, Conan did a good job at the Oscars.
He did. Actually, he did a great job. I think it makes sense to have people who host like nighttime talk shows just host the Oscars, because that's what they do. They host. They know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I think Key and Peele should just host every award show.
Oh, that would be fun.
I'd be fine with that too.
That would be fun. Also, we are halfway through our opening segment, and this is the point where we call Drake a pedophile.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're lawyered up.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to cut that out of the video, aren't I?
Wow.
All right.
I didn't see that coming.
Neither did. Never mind. Anyway, March Madness bracket, MCO Monorail. Woo!
It's the MMM Monday Morning Monorail March Madness Mayhem Bracket 2025, episode 242. It's time to get down to business. So
get down to bit. Sorry,
you
knew that was coming.
To defeat
you knew the Huns.
The Huns. They're not in the bracket this year.
They are not.
So they were the first team out, if I'm being honest.
Oh man, on the bubble. And
really disappointed when we unveiled the bracket. The Huns we had them on live cam, and you should have seen the disappointment on their faces. Maybe next year, Huns. This one. So if you listen to last year's March Madness series, you know that like it was loosely Disney based, but it was also sort of like goofy. We just had some goofy. Haha.
Gorsh.
We had some fun with it, and we did like Orlando area attractions, and it ended up that, of course, the end of the day, this is the biggest spoiler, but without spoiling the whole thing, if you want to go back and hear it, the MCO Monorail won the entire tournament. So it became the best attraction in all of Orlando.
We got angry tweets, we got angry emails, but we also made somebody literally pee themselves. So there is that, from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah. So how do you top it in year 2 of the MMN? Well, in my mind,
topping it. It's not about topping it. It's about maintaining our integrity.
At the very least, we have to maintain
integrity. We have that.
We try and fail most of the time,
guys. No.
But I thought it would be fun to like go even a little bit further down the direction of making this kind of a silly, like random bracket, throwing things together that should never be like compared. So that's what we're going to do this year. And as we unveil the bracket, I will share this on our social media so you guys can fill it out and have some fun with it as well. And at the end of the day, we all want to see like who wins your bracket. So make sure that you share it on our Facebook, the Monday Morning Monorail fam, on our Blue Sky at Morning Monorail. If you're in the Discord, you can share it there. But I'll put this out for everybody to be able to fill out their own. But I'm going to reveal the quadrants to begin with, and then we'll get into the matchup. So top left, and of course, in order to bring the MCO Monorail back so that it could defend its title, we had to have a quadrant that was appropriate for the MCO Monorail. So this quadrant is called trains. Do with that what you will. Top left quadrant, trains. So now I thought about being strategic and trying to put things up, at least so we have a good Final Four matchup that sort of makes sense. So the bottom left quadrant, to sort of be on the same level as trains, we have boats.
Boats.
Not attractions, by the way. This is what I want you to be thinking about. Boats. Now, the boats we talk about are part of attractions, but I'm not talking about the whole experience. I'm talking about
just the boat.
The boat.
Just
vehicle.
the boats,
Yeah.
The
not the
vehicle.
attraction.
I'm gonna have to
Yes.
Google. I'm gonna have to Google some of these boats. Let me tell you.
Mm.
So keep that in mind as we go through those matchups. Now, the other side of the
Boats.
bracket was inspired by something that we've been talking about a lot lately, and that is chicken tenders. So the top right quadrant of our MMM bracket is chicken tenders. And
Tendies. Whoop,
chicken
whoop,
tendies, yes.
whoop.
I will tell you that when you hear the seedings in that bracket, just note this is not necessarily a reflection of what I think, but I tried to sort of like source this from a lot of different think pieces on chicken tenders, and this seems to be a fair seeding.
Hold on. There are think pieces about chicken tenders.
Well,
Are you surprised?
you know,
Honestly, yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, listen. The think pieces could really just be Justin going on DoorDash and being like, "What are the star ratings?"
yeah.
Should I go like on the American category? Which ones are most likely for chicken tendy? Like, let's be real.
Oh,
here,
this
Landon.
Zaxby tender goes fine with a bottle of Pinot Noir.
Exactly.
Oh, you should never go red when you're going chicken tenders. You got to go white. White
Oh,
wine.
okay.
I'm
Damn,
sorry.
Stephers, you might be right.
That's what I'm saying. Unbelievable. I prefer a pale ale. I don't like
Oh.
beer, but whatever.
I would say, I think a pale ale might actually go really well with chicken tenders. Stephers. That
See?
was a
Okay, listen. I try.
pretty decent call there, because
Yeah.
I would want to go something light, but like has a little bit of bite to it. Like I wouldn't go
Mhm.
porter. I wouldn't go stout.
No.
I don't think you'd want to go IPA necessarily.
No.
With
That
chicken
sounds
tenders.
aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know. You
Maybe
could be
maybe
in
in
the
New
ballpark.
England IPA.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give a little
Yeah.
fruity taste. Anyways,
I see what you did here with this bracket, by the way. Anyway.
okay, and then
Also, before we move on from the tendies bracket, is this
Yeah.
the tendy itself or tendy with sauce?
oh, okay. In my opinion, I was going just straight up the chicken tender. But
Okay.
should we include? So I think we just go chicken
No,
tender.
because not all of these have signature sauces.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Spoiler
It's
alert.
true.
Not all of these have signature. So like if you're just going like honey mustard, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
one of these seeds does have a signature sauce, and some might say that's the reason you
Yeah.
go there, but we'll get to that in a second.
That's
Yes.
what we call a tease in the biz.
Stephers, I've taught you so well.
A chicken tendy tease. Well, rounding out the quadrants, the
CTT.
the bottom right of our bracket this year is treats. And these now are specifically treats from the Walt Disney World Resort. So see, we're keeping it in the parks. We're going to have a lot of parks representation, but we also, this bracket is meant to represent us as a podcast. We've got treats, we've got chicken tendies, and we've got Disney. It's all involved.
I must say we did miss a really important treat on this bracket.
What do you
What
feel
was on
like
the
we
bubble, Stephers?
what do we miss?
The Monday Morning Monorail fam is a treat to us.
Oh, that's so sweet, but also
Dear Lord.
Okay, y'all, I tried, and then the men just shiz
Excuse me.
on it. International
Ugh.
Women's Day was yesterday, and I just got shizzed on.
Shiz!
You just got the shiz.
What is this,
Anyway.
wicked?
True.
Okay, so shall we get started? I think
Always.
we shall. Let's go. We'll just go top left. We'll go top left, top right, bottom right, quadrants, and we're going to go through the whole bracket. We're going to declare a winner today on this podcast. No cliffhangers. We're getting through the whole thing. So, starting top left, and then I just got to think about the order that we go in with our votes because I have to rotate that as well. I think I can manage this. We'll see. Starting with the MCO Monorail as the number one overall number one seed is the number one. MCO.
Oh, so this is number one with a bullet.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well,
Um,
returning defending champion. I get that. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
And then in this bracket, number 2 is the Bright Line, which is and the only reason it's number 2, I messed with the seating on this one a little bit just so we had some like interesting matchups. Number 2 is the Bright Line. This is the train that they've extended that goes from Miami and it goes all the way to MCO. It's supposed to be a high-speed rail, but really you can drive to Miami in the same amount of time that the Bright Line would get you there. So I don't know if you can really call that high speed. Number 3 is the Walt Disney World Railroad. Now, this is a classic vintage steam train that's going to take you in the grand circle tour around the Magic Kingdom. Everybody loves it.
They're so disrespectful. Sorry, I just saw what it was matched with.
Everybody loves the Walt Disney World Railroad. It's a classic. When it's not operating, it feels like something's missing from the park.
True.
Number 4, the Dollywood Express, another vintage steam train.
Shout out to East Tennessee, y'all.
That's right. So if you've never been to Dollywood, this is a staple. I mean, it's practically an icon of the park. It's a classic, still operating, one of the very few, just like the WDW Railroad, operating steam trains around the country. It's very cool, and just know if you ride it, you're going to get covered in ash.
Yep. It's part of the charm of the ride, though.
It does happen. And then we've got at number 5, the Wildlife Express. This is the train that takes you from the Animal Kingdom Africa area to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So you board the train, you get to go over. This is where the petting zoo is. But to get there, you've got to go on the Wildlife Express at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Number 6, the Walt Disney World Monorail. I mean, you would think, being that we are the Monday Morning Monorail family, this should have a higher seed maybe, but I specifically, like I said, I monkeyed with the seating a little bit so that we had an interesting matchup. Number 7 in this bracket is the New York City subway because
we're going way off property for this one, y'all.
Well, we've all ridden it. It's it's something everybody knows. You've never been on the subway, Stephers?
I've never been to New York.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
Well, I didn't realize. Well, anyway, you get the idea. You've seen it. You know what a subway
I
is.
understand. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get the concept.
I'm over here riding the subway.
I was actually gonna go the
By the way, that was my Frank Cardillo impression.
Oh, that was interesting. I've seen what's that movie where they take over the subway and they
Are you talking
Mars
about
Attacks?
mm.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Anyway, New York subway.
Independence Day.
Moving on up and in.
Okay.
Eddie.
And then lastly, in the trains bracket, we have the plane train. Now, if you don't know what this this is in the Atlanta airport. I think it's a 3-mile loop, and it is, whether you believe it or not, it carries the most passengers of any transportation system at an airport in the country. So this thing moves a lot of people, and it's a classic. And if you've ever gone to Atlanta, you've flown through Atlanta, you've probably had to ride the plane train.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun.
Most definitely. Yeah.
It's automated. It's pretty cool. So that is in the bracket as well. Now, here we go with the matchups. We'll start 1 and 8. This should be a pretty simple one. I think it probably is. We've got the MCO Monorail versus the plane train. Now, you would think this is a no-brainer, but is it? Stephers has already voted. So,
yes, the answer is yes. It's a no-brainer. What do you mean?
She jumped into the deep end cannonball style. I love it.
Yeah. Landon, do you feel the same? I mean, are you going no-brainer MCO Monorail over the plane train?
I do want to point out fun fact that you threw out about the plane train. It is one of the most traveled trains in the world, and it also its pun game, I think, is very strong because it's like upcoming gate B as in burger. It's like that is not how that goes, but you hear that, it's like, dang, I could go for a burger.
Yeah, that's true.
Or it could be B for our bud buddy. I'm just saying.
That said, I am going MCO Monorail.
Okay. That means my vote doesn't matter, but I mean, come on, it's the defending champ. It's gotta move on out of round one.
I mean, like, I appreciate you plane train because you get me from my connecting flight from Knoxville to Atlanta to Orlando. But once I'm in Orlando, the MCO takes me to home.
That's true. That's right. MCO Monorail, moving on to round 2. All right. And then we've got the 2 seed, which is the Bright Line, as I just spoke about before. I don't think any of us have ridden the Bright Line, versus the New York Subway. And the New York Subway, at least 2 of us have ridden. So I'll go first just because, and then Stephers, you can go last in case there needs to be a tiebreaker since you haven't ridden either one of these things. New York Subway for me is going to take the nod here. First of all, it's cheaper and it gets me where I'm going. In New York, I love mass transit. I love cities that have like a good mass transit system. I wish somehow Orlando could have something that would be as efficient and effective as this. The Bright Line ain't it, neither is the Sunrail. So for me, New York subway. Landon, your thoughts?
I do agree with you. I am a fan of mass transit. I wish more major cities did have mass transit. Hell, I wish Knoxville had a better mass transit situation than it did. I don't know if it would be realistic or, needed, but at the same time, I still wish it. But this is not the mass transit I would put in. I would go CTA, Chicago Transit Authority, because sweet home Chicago. New York, you suck. I'm going Bright Line.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Stephers, it's up
Go
to
Cubs,
you then.
go.
The Bright Line
It's
connects to your hometown of Miami. Is that
yeah,
going
that's
to...
why I'm gonna do the New York subway.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ain't no way, dude. Listen,
Eat it, New
What?
York.
listen. I 305 till I die. However, the Bright Line ain't it. It has my hometown does not look like it used to. It makes me sad. So New York subway, period.
I would be interested to know if you stack these up side by side, which one has the higher body count, to be honest, because I think the Bright Line would probably win that contest, but it might be close.
You didn't put it correctly in the bracket.
I did too. She said New York subway.
I did.
Nope.
So, yes.
Don't like it.
So now we're moving on to the 4 and 5 matchup. Actually, we'll do 3-6.
The
That
New
makes more
York
sense.
subway can't take me to Wrigley Field. Come on, y'all.
No, but it could take you to Yankee Stadium.
It would take me to Broadway. I don't actually know, but here we are.
All right, 3-6. This is a tough one. We've got the WDW Railroad
This
at
is
3
disrespectful.
versus
Oh,
number
geez.
6, the WDW Monorail. Landon, you get to lead us off on this.
Why?
Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd.
Why do you do these things to me? Oh, geez. These are both very close to my heart. Obviously, we are the Monorail family, and we are the Monorails.
We are farmers.
Oh. And we all remember when the railroad was
Stalling.
shut down for so long, and it felt like the Magic
Forever.
Kingdom was missing a piece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the monorail can take you so many places
Mm-hmm.
that the railroad just straight up can't. So I call us a gimmick, call us homers. Rather, call me a gimmick, call me a homer. My vote is for the monorail.
Yeah, of course. Stephers?
The monorail.
Yeah, we're Monorail's moving on. Landon's got it. He said it best. It takes you a lot more magical places than the train. A train takes you to a lot of magical places, but come on.
And I mean, like even within the park, it's like the railroad takes you so many places, and you can be dropped off and see so many different parts of the park that you wouldn't be able to see without it. And I think that's awesome. But at the same time, the monorail can take you to daggone Epcot.
Exactly. And
Railroad can't.
Yeah, and you get to like ride the monorail through Epcot and get a beautiful view before you even arrive. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You get a beautiful view whenever you take your significant other with you.
That's very true. This Stephers,
Sorry,
that is true.
I need
You're
I'm
very
really just-
sentimental today.
I'm trying, dude.
Everything good with y'all?
trying.
Stephers in
Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to listen.
Love is in the air.
Yeah. That was last month. All right. Now we got 4 and 5. We've got the Dollywood Express, beautiful classic train, versus the Animal Kingdom Wildlife Express. Stephers, you get to start this one off because you've ridden the Wildlife Express, and you also assigned me the task of helping people find that train in the Animal Kingdom. We did a whole series on, like, if you come to the Animal Kingdom, this is how you get to the Rafiki's Planet Watch, because a lot of people didn't know. So we've got some history here. I know you haven't ridden the Dollywood Express, but you get the idea. It's a
Animal
train.
Kingdom.
Okay.
All the way.
Okay.
All the way.
Stephers doesn't need any ramp up. She's
Wow.
I
right.
don't
All right.
need any Listen.
Why do you hate Dolly Parton?
I don't hate Dolly Parton, actually. However, I
Well-
haven't been there, so.
Well, Landon, counterpoint.
I will never, ever, ever, ever vote against our queen, Dolly effing Parton. Give me the Dollywood Express. She is God's gift to humanity. And anybody who ever votes against her, I spit in the face of.
Okay.
Spit in the face of.
Landon, I'm not here to shame you, right? You're into whatever you're into. If you tried to spit in my face, I think we will have issues.
Oh, I
Well,
thought you were going to
Stephers-
be into it.
Stephers,
That's what I thought you were leading up to.
once again, love is in the air.
All right.
No.
I get to be the tiebreaker on this one. And I got to tell you, whether it's childhood nostalgia or whether it's just that
no.
classic train whistle, I love the Dollywood Express. It's moving
No.
round 2. I'm sorry, Animal Kingdom. I'm sorry.
No.
People
Wildlife
didn't know
Express.
that where this daggone train was. Stephers.
That's part of the charm.
We had to
and the
train people
allure.
where to go.
I don't know where the Dollywood Express is either.
It's in Dollywood. It's right there.
Okay,
in
if
the
we're going-
name.
If we're going there, like, listen, if we're going that route, the Wildlife Express is in Animal Kingdom. Hello.
No, it's in wildlife. It is in the wildlife.
I hate it here.
You legitimately, I understand when people don't know where it is because it's tucked away in the park and it's hard to find. You
It
would
is.
easily, you're always going to easily find the Dollywood Express.
Mhm.
All right. Now, the question for the audience here: do we go ahead and finish up the train quadrant, or do we do round
Yeah,
one? And the
let's
other ones?
let's finish up this
Okay.
this bracket. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That means we jump up to MCO Monorail now versus the Dollywood Express. Landon, you get to go first.
I will spit in the face of anybody who ever votes against our God, our queen, our gift from the Lord above, Dolly Parton. And that's why I'm taking the MCO Express.
Oh, no. Landon's going to spit in his own face. Oh.
See, yeah, yeah.
I spit in Landon's face, to be fair.
Yeah,
The
I
Dollywood
love the Dollywood Express. Like it was a major part of my childhood. But I mean, like, kind of what I said about the Walt Disney World Railroad. It just takes you through the park.
Mhm.
MCO Monorail takes you to a magical place.
Preach. Yeah. I'm afraid I know what Stephers' answer is here, so I'm just gonna say I'm voting for the Dollywood Express
I hate it here.
to give it a sympathy
The
vote. 'Cause
chance?
It's not
Stephers.
gonna make it. So Stephers, go
Will
ahead,
you
Listen.
spit in the face of God?
put a nail
Listen.
in the coffin,
Listen,
Stephers.
listen. I love our queen, Miss
Yeah.
Dolly Parton. Rest
Yeah.
in peace to her beautiful, beautiful loving husband of many, many years.
Carl.
I will say her collaboration with Sabrina Carpenter has really opened my eyes to all that she has to offer the world.
Okay.
And with that, I would like to put my vote for the MCO Monorail.
We love you, Dolly.
I love Dolly. But I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, and I also love Sabrina Carpenter. I don't love that duet.
I mean,
Please, please, please was better on its own. I'll just say it as it is.
Dolly, you have a standing invitation to come on the Monday Morning Monorail.
Oh
Correct.
yeah.
correct.
Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. WDW Monorail versus New York Subway. I think I'm kicking this one off. So I'm just going to go, guys, we're not voting against the monorail. Look, you're just as likely to smell pee on both of these trains. But I think you're less likely to see an unhoused person expose themselves on the WDW.
Oh, but what if that's the vibe we're going for?
That's not the vibe
Stephers,
I'm
this is
going
the
for.
part where you tell us what you're
I
into.
was gonna say, like, what if like someone had a really hard day at like Epcot and like they just
I mean,
But
look,
they didn't get that Figment meet and greet they wanted to, so they just start Donald ducking it.
the chances are never zero, but they are low.
That's true.
yeah, that's valid. I approve this.
The
message.
cast member be like, "Hi, friend. How are we feeling? Come on, let's just go this way."
Oh my goodness. So anyway, yes, I'm voting for the monorail. WDW monorail. Goodbye, New York subway. Steffers, how about you?
Don't ask silly questions.
Don't ask, don't tell. Landon, do you want to just voice your feelings on this one? Because you can put the nail in the subway if you'd like.
Oh, get it out of here. Come on. I'm voting the New York subway out over here. Ow. Once again, that's my Frank Cardillo impression.
Guys, I don't know if this is
Actually,
how
no, that was my Jen Cardillo impression.
Okay. Deuces. I don't know if this is how we ended like this matchup came up last year. I almost feel
Oh
like
my
it
God,
did.
is it?
I almost feel like it did though. Now the question is it going to have the same ending as it did last year? Here in the Elite 8 matchup, the train finals here. The MCO Monorail is going up against the WDW Monorail.
I think it did last year too. Actually.
Did it really?
I think
We
so.
are nothing but predictable.
And I think people were very shocked.
Consistent.
Yeah. I mean, that tells us that these are our true feelings, at least. So Stephers, why don't you start us off on this one? MCO Monorail, WDW Monorail. 2 monorails, 1 winner.
MCO Monorail. MCO Monorail. I thought about it real hard and soft, as Billie Eilish loves to.
Jesus.
What? Me Hard and Soft is the name of her album.
I know.
Why are you judging
This episode
me
is crazy.
for?
Oh. Okay. I honestly don't know what you're gonna pick, Landon. So dazzle me.
Razzle dazzle.
Honestly, don't know what I'm going to say either, and that's slightly terrifying.
I'll tell you this, if it helps, I'm going WDW Monorail. So you're the decider.
Oh jeez,
no.
no. You never want
Why
to.
do-
You never want to give the Dawes the power.
You
I
are
will
the
say,
decider.
if the MCO Monorail does not move on,
You're gonna spit in our faces?
I'm.
There's a lot of face spitting going on in this
Why are we
episode.
like this?
By the way, if there's any face spitting at Living with the Landon, I am out. Oh boy.
I'm gonna
mean-
cry. He's thinking too hard. He's gonna break my heart. He's gonna shatter it into so many pieces. He's gonna take my joy and my will to live and just throw it in the newly decorated trash cans at Epcot.
The Orange Bird
Oh,
trash can.
those Epcot trash cans do look dope.
Mhm.
By the way, speaking of Living with the Landon, we're gonna have a national treasure-esque heist to steal one of those while we leave. So,
a
so
trash
get in the
can.
Discord. I gotta go to the monorail. From
which one?
WDW.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
so funny. All right. Redemption.
No!
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's a redemption story.
No, it's
Because
not a
it
redemption
takes us
story.
to magical places. The MCO monorail, while it might end us with a magical destination,
I'm upset. This
in
is my formal
theory, it
resignation.
really just takes us to, baggage claims. And then, I mean, like, how fun is that? And honestly, last year we kind of did it for the memes. So
No, the MCO Monorail was really my choice. My personal favorite. Gimli is also outraged right now. He is bark.
well, I have lost the Gimli vote in North Carolina. So
That's true.
So I don't think I'm going to be able to, unfortunately, be the president of the monorail in 2025.
I think it's only right. The MCO Monorail, you had a great run.
You
but
did.
It's
Mhm.
very difficult to repeat. We all know this.
Especially in March Madness. I mean, emphasis
Yeah.
on the madness.
So, you lost some key contributors to the transfer portal last year, and now
I mean, NIL will do that. Mm-hmm.
the WDW Monorail is moving on and makes it to the Final Four. So let us move on to Quadrant Boat.
I do hope we made somebody pee with that. Again. That was awesome.
I almost did. All right. I'm excited about this bracket just because I think it's funny that we're just talking about specifically boat. Let us unveil the seeding here. So in the number one seed.
Speaking of boat, I know we talked about bubbles earlier. Just on the bubble, did not make the cut. He has his own show on ABC, Dr. Boat.
Oh yeah, Dr. Boat. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Some people might call it Dr. Odyssey. No, it's actually Dr. Boat.
I still
That's
call him
the
Pacey.
name of the show. No, he's Dr. Boat.
Dr. Boat.
Yep.
He didn't make it. Yeah, he was on the boat.
Dr. Boat is not in our bracket. Dr. Boat was the second out. Hate that for him. Dr. Boat.
But here are the ones who made it. Number 1 overall boat, Living with the Land. It's great. It's a wonderful, relaxing boat. Everyone loves that boat. Number 2, Jungle Cruise. This is maybe the only one on the list that is like operated by its own motor. The rest of these are not. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean boat. It's a good boat.
Believe this or not,
Caribbeans, Pirates of the Caribbean boats. Number 4, Tiana's Bayou Adventure boat. Some might call it a log. Number 5, Kali River Rapids boat. That one's for Stephers. Number 6, Small World boat. Number 7, Navi River Journey boat. And number 8, Grand Fiesta Tour boat. You'll notice I did not include the Frozen boat. I should have, but I didn't. We had enough boats.
That was just under Dr. Boat on the next out.
If there was a play-in game, Dr. Boat would have gone up against Frozen boat.
Oh, I would have watched that game. It has Dr. Boat, that dude from Miami Vice, what's her face from Hamilton going up against Anna and Elsa and the snowman. Oh man.
The snowman.
That game would have been dope. Yes, Michael Keaton. No, he's Batman.
Oh, that's true. No dad is better than Snow Dad. Wait, I don't know if that's... It was something like that. That was like the tagline for Jack Frost. Okay.
Wow, we got a Jack Frost reference. I love this. Stephers is like, what are you old people
Stephers is about? Like out. She hit the wall. She's going to nap. All right. Oh, you're muted, Stephers.
No, I know. I muted myself to signify my outrage that the MCO Monorail did not move on.
Okay.
Stephers,
that was my grieving period. Yeah, it's my grieving period. You can't. There's no timeline on grief, Landon.
It's true.
On a podcast, there is.
Well, we have to move on to the boats now, and some of these are going to sink. Only one will rise to the top. We're going to start with the 1 versus 8 matchup. Landon, I mean, it is Living with the Land season practically. We're less than a month away. Number 1, Living with the Land boat versus Grand Fiesta Tour boat. What is your
visit livingwiththelandon.com to get more information how you can participate in Living with the Landon, to get your merchandise, how you can donate to Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee, and et cetera, et cetera. My vote is for Living with the Land.
Yeah. Has to
Though it is very devious of you to pit 2 of my favorite boat attractions against each other.
Look, both attractions are great, but we're not, in this case, it's boat versus boat. And there's a clear better one here, I think. So Stephers, Living with the Land boat versus Grand Fiesta Tour boat. How do you feel?
I would like to place my vote on the Grand Fiesta Tour. I'm just kidding. Living with the Landon.
Yeah. Living with the Landon boat.
The Grand Fiesta Tour boat literally is just seats on a.
It's just
floating
seats.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a floating piece of plastic.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. 2 versus 7, Jungle Cruise boat versus Navi River Journey boat. I'll just tell you, Jungle Cruise 10 out of 10 times win this matchup. It's a great boat. Regardless of skipper involved, it's a great boat. Stephers?
Navi River Journey.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
don't
they
like
have
Jungle Cruise.
Well, again, we're not talking about the attraction. We're talking about the boat.
Jungle Cruise. It's a better
Okay.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to sway you. Landon?
Navi might have the better animatronic, a better animatronic, but the boat itself on Jungle Cruise is better than Navi River Journey. And plus it has the human element with the skipper, which it's like I know some people might groan and roll their eyes at the banter of said skipper, but every time kills me. I love the jokes that the skippers do. Just so good. So good.
I will say the Navi River Journey boat is better than the Grand Fiesta Tour boat because it at least looks like a wooden kind of
that
looks
is
a little
true.
more themed.
Yeah. It's not a floating Lego.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
It has some style and theming. It looks better. That's true, but still, it doesn't have its own motor and it doesn't have a skipper. unless I'm
I mean, the
involved.
Jungle Cruise boat is driven by a real human being, right, guys?
Michael Bean, to be honest. Sean Bean. Who? I don't know.
Mr. Bean?
Mr.
Oh,
Bean.
we went two different directions on that one.
All right. Number 3 is Pirates of the Caribbean versus number 6, Small World. Very similar boats, if we're being totally honest here. I urge you to not think about the song because that may make you biased, but Landon, Pirates of the Caribbean versus Small World boat.
Ooh.
So they're very similar. It's hard, but I think I know which one I'm going with.
Landon, huh?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. I mean, we can come back to you.
Okay.
Stephers, do you have a winner on this one?
Yeah, so it boils down to, do I want to go color or not color?
Yeah.
Because do I want something like cheerier, or do I just want like grungy vibes? And I think I want to go the cheerier route. So I think I'm gonna have to go with It's a Small World.
Okay. All right. That's fair. For me, it's all about, can I get in and out of the boat easily? And I struggle. I don't know why. The Small World boats are hard for me to get in and out of. So like,
I feel like that's user error, but like I will
user
chalk it up
error.
to-
I want long legs, Stephers. If they put me in the front, I'm like squeezing in, and I better be friends with my neighbors because our legs are going to be touching. Like, but
not like super sim. I guess Small World is a little more crunchy.
it's a little crunchy. Yeah. So I go
Yeah.
Pirates, which means Landon, we've put
Landon
you in the
has to-
spot of being the
yeah.
decider again. So now you don't get the
Sorry.
pass.
Oh, dang it. I much like Stephers, I think it does come down to the color and the feel of the boat. Do I want it? Because like when it comes to Pirates, like that boat is in the cover of darkness.
Yeah.
So like it's very much, it's like, yeah, I'm in it, but do I really get to experience it and see it? Where Small World, I mean, like it is a very prevalent piece of the attraction. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm going to go Small World.
Okay.
Wow.
Small
I'm
World
kind of
moving on.
surprised.
Another
Mine's
factor
honestly
that could
same.
weigh in for some people here would be, if you get in Pirates, your seat might be wet. And Small
Yep.
World, that's not going to happen.
Very
Oh,
true.
true.
Very true. Very
So
true.
Small World,
point.
moving on. I'm good with that. I accept it, even though it's hard for me to get in and out of sometimes.
Which,
all
according to Stephers, is user error.
User error. I don't know how to sit.
Yeah, dummy. Do you even sit?
Exactly. What are those? Anyway.
All right. Number 4 versus the number 5. It's Tiana's Bayou Adventure Log versus Kali River Rapids. Both of these are unique boats. One is a raft, a circular raft. The other is log. So, Stephers,
That's me.
you get to go first on this one.
Oh,
Do you prefer-
yay! Cali River
prefer-
Rapids.
Okay. Cali River Rapids raft.
Okay, so I will say raft is, so going to Justin's point, it is probably user error, but I have a trouble getting into like the splat, or I haven't been on Tiana's, so I've had trouble getting into
Yeah.
the splash mountain ones and like being comfy, and it also wet factor.
Well,
I'd
both-
rather
both-
just
both wet.
Yeah, but I'd rather
Yeah,
just, if
yeah.
I'm going in on Cali, you know, like I'm just going all in.
okay. All right.
I also
Landon?
like the roundy poundy rolly.
I've phrasing. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Anyway, I've never done Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I have done Cali River Rapids, but I hate Cali River Rapids, even though it is
Boat.
a unique boat.
Boat. It's just the boat. Not
I
the
have done
attraction.
Splash, but it's see, both of these attractions, I feel like you could see both of these boats at any theme park across America. Whether it be a raft type attraction, whether it be a log flume type attraction. You could see this right down the street. I mean, like we gave a shout out to Dollywood in the first bracket. Like, I feel like you can see both of those things just right up the street from me, like an hour, 75 minutes from me. But Again, I hate Kali River Rapids, so I'm going Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
It's just a piece of wood carved in a hole.
Or
Technically, it's fiberglass.
yeah. Okay. So we got 1 for 1 here. 1 vote for each. Tiana and Kali. I got to tell you, the factor that's weighing on my mind, I think the Kali River Rapid boats are more comfortable. However, the thing that I hate is when I sit down and those belts that you have to put on, the Velcro belts are soaking wet and you got to put them across your waist. I don't like that. I don't like it. So that's like weighing on my mind right now. And let's be honest, I don't know that either one of these is making it out of the next round, so I don't know that it matters. I'm going Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Shout out to Tiana, because at least you're right, Landon. It is a log, and there are logs at a lot of parks, a lot of log rides. I mean, at least these they look, a little bit more themed, and I think it's cool that like Disney did all the testing and like did the little scoop out in the front to try to make them splash a little bit less, although you still get pretty wet when you ride that ride. But they got a little look to them. We're going Tiana's to move on to round 2.
Outrage! I am outraged.
And I am actually looking forward to being on Tiana's Bayou Adventure here in a couple of weeks with y'all.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Yeah, we can do standby.
Yep, we can. That's good.
I'm getting.
It's going to be
wet.
fun on the bun. Yes. I Stephers, I too will be willing to get wet.
Let's do it, dude. That sounds like so much fun.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be at the
I'm
end.
excited to see
end of our
the
trip, so.
animatronics. To be honest, the
Me
songs,
too.
'cause
Me
I haven't
too.
seen anything about it at all.
Yep, going in cold.
awesome. That's
Love
exciting.
that for
It's
us.
going to be awesome. It's going to be
I'm-
great.
I'm excited to ride that with both of you. All right. Round 2. So we got Living with the Land, boat, versus Tiana's Bayou Adventure, boat. I'm going Living with the Land, boat. Stephers,
Living with the Landon boat.
Landon,
Living with the Landon. Boat.
boat.
I was gonna say if you didn't say boat, I would have been really sad.
We have to say boat. It's
boat.
it's my new favorite thing.
It's like when
Boat.
you do 10-4 over, and if you don't say over, like what,
Exactly,
when is
yeah.
it over?
How
Yeah.
do you know it's over? All right. Now we got Small World versus Jungle Cruise, boat. Now, okay, you guys had a great argument for Small World in the previous round, but is the brightly colored boat going to defeat a actual motorized vehicle with a skipper? But we're all shaking our head. We're Jungle Cruise wins. Okay, like we
Yeah.
don't even have to
I'll tell you,
belabor.
though, the motorized part of it plays no factor in my decision. It's literally just a more decorated themed boat, and so it's better
Okay.
overall than
Okay,
Small
Stephers.
World.
God, easy. Golly, don't be so mad at me.
I'm always mad. I'm just so mad. I'm so mad. No, seriously though, I like it's an added feature for it to be motorized, but I will say like just the theming overall is just like Small World. Just you got a colored boat. This at least you have like you're immersed in like the experience with the boat.
Yes.
And honestly, if you took out the Small World boat and you placed it on like a lineup and you're like, what ride does that go to? Like, I'm sure people would be able to figure it out, but like, it's really generic. Jungle Cruise, I feel like you'd be able to pick
Oh, yeah.
that out of a lineup, you know?
It's iconic.
1000%.
It's iconic.
It makes you feel like you're going on, what is it, a 21-day expedition through the jungle or
Yep.
or whatever it is.
Mhm. Multi-continent. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good stuff. Now,
Good
is all good soup. Is all that theming and backstory enough for the Jungle Cruise here in the Elite 8 matchup to defeat the Living with the Landon boat?
Oh, sweet baby Rays.
So this is a real showdown. This is one we got some heartache over. I don't even know who wants to go first. Anybody volunteering to go first on this one?
I do
I
not
will.
like this.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Steffers.
I'm gonna tell everyone here.
Yep.
This is a 100,000% a biased answer, but it is my answer, and it is Living with the Landon
Boat.
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 Period.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what?
I went the biased way. I'm so sorry, but like,
That's okay. That's okay. I you know what? And by the way, in the past, the Living with the Land boats did have a captain that rode with you.
They did. They did.
Doesn't happen anymore, but it used to happen. So there's a little bit of it. They both have coverings. I think out of all the boats we've talked about, these are the only two that have coverings. So there's a little connection there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So this is an interesting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Stephers went with her. I know. I was trying. You better macho man than me, Landon. You know it.
Do not like this matchup. No.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going Living with the Landon boat.
Okay, so my vote.
Your vote?
It doesn't, but I
But
still
you
want
get
to
to
know what
say
it is.
Livingwiththelandon.com once again to get your merchandise, to learn how you can participate in Living with the Landon, to donate to Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee Food for Kid program. I actually would have gone Jungle Cruise boat here because it is so themed for the attraction. It is so unique, and I feel like it's iconic at this point, especially since it does have that human element with the skippers there. And like the Jungle Cruise, I know we're supposed to take just the boat itself, but the Jungle Cruise itself is a fine attraction. But if you have a killer skipper, you are going to have the best time when you're on that ride.
Yeah.
If you have a skipper that is knocking it out of the park, that knows what they're doing, knows their script, knows comedic timing, you are going to have the best time that you're going to have in the Magic Kingdom. So for that and more, my vote would have gone for the Jungle Book or Jungle Cruise boat and the Jungle Book.
And the Jungle Book. Why not?
For the bare necessities, really.
Yeah.
If we're being
For
completely
the
honest.
Bare necessities. Sorry, don't want to get copyright.
Well, I feel like I agree with you, Landon, and I think if under normal circumstances, I would have voted along with you. I'm voting with my heart here because we're in Living with the Landon season, and
We are. Still time to get your merchandise at livingwiththelandon.com.
I'm waiting for mine to come in.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. If you're not going to be able to make it down on April 1st, that is a Tuesday, down to Epcot to celebrate with me, Justin Monorail, and Stephers. You can celebrate at home and walk around, strutting around town in your official Living with the Landon merchandise. People will be like, dang, look at that person. They look good. And also, you can raise money for an amazing food bank that serves 18 counties here in East Tennessee.
that's right. Livingwiththelandon.com. Oh, and here's another like valid, in my opinion, argument that you could say Living with the Land boat maybe has a tiny edge over Jungle Cruise. If you have to sit in like the middle crates of Jungle Cruise, that's kind of a crappy seat. I don't like sitting on those crates in the middle. I mean, they're not real crates, but they make you sit like in the middle of the boat facing out. And I don't know, like, you guys ever, when you're sitting around the outside of the boat, you kind of like, you're focused on the skipper looking ahead, but if you want to look behind you or across, like, you can get a crick in your neck, like spinning your neck around.
Very true.
Living with the Land, every seat's great. So
that is all. That's a very good point. Yes, that's a very good point.
So there you go. That's my valid argument to push it through. All right, let's go over. I want to do the treats quadrant because I think that one's not as interesting as the chicken tenders. We're going to end with the chicken tenders quadrant.
Okay.
So, all right, unveiling the seating.
As we should. Yes.
In the treats quadrant, we have number 1, Dole Whip. You had to go Dole Whip number 1. Number 2, the Mickey ice cream bar. And that's the classic. Of course, you can get like sort of the approximates in your grocer's freezer.
But they don't taste as good. Can we all agree on that? It doesn't taste as good if you're not eating it on property, right?
Absolutely. But if it's as close as you can get, then sometimes
right.
It's okay.
Yeah. When desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah. Number 3, we got the Nomad churros, which in my opinion are the only churros worth your time because I'm not a churro person, but I love the Nomad Lounge churros. So this was like a heart pick. I had to put it in there.
Co-signed by cast members as well.
Yeah.
That is true.
Number 4 is the school bread that you can get from the bakery in Norway. Now, this was one I don't know if you guys have ever had the school bread. It's really good, and maybe that's something we should put on the list to do. We'll have someone run and go get us a school bread while we're doing Living with the Landon.
Oh, don't we have Cocktail Bob on designated credit card duty?
Yeah, absolutely. He's
right.
saying
Wow, and he'll get there so fast because he's very tall.
that's true.
He has long legs. Yeah, he can
He's
take
got
like
long
5 steps and
legs,
he'll be halfway around the World Pavilion.
Yep. So he could be our school bread runner. Number 5 is the caramel corn from Germany. Now, this comes from one of my favorite shops in all of Epcot called the Caramel Coochie. You go in there, you get your caramel popcorn. It's so good. The Werther's popcorn. Oh,
It
so
is.
good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yep. Number 6, Mickey beignets. Got to throw them in. If they're Mickey shaped, I tried to throw them in here. Number 7, the Mickey ice cream sandwich. And number 8 is funnel cake, and that's for Stephers. So I tried to make sure I had Stephers.
Just funnel cake across the board.
Just funnel cake for Stephers.
Okay. All right.
And I really meant to be like seasonal funnel cake because every time there's a festival, there's a seasonal funnel cake. So you could even just say like seasonal funnel cake. So, all right. Number 1, and in honor of Stephers, you can go first. Dole Whip versus seasonal funnel cake. I know it's a tough matchup.
Funnel cake. And actually, it's a tough matchup. I actually do like Dole Whip, but I will go the funnel cake for the nostalgia reason.
Okay.
I like how Jay's like, I know this is a tough match. Funnel cake, funnel cake.
Screaming it from the rafters.
He's like the Kool-Aid man just kicking the door open.
I just
like,
listen,
oh yeah.
I figure funnel cake's gonna lose, but like I gotta give it its vote, you know?
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. Landon, how do you feel about Dole Whip versus funnel cake?
I mean, I like funnel cake, but I love Dole Whip.
Yeah.
And they're like, when you say to me, Landon, what is the snack when it comes to Walt Disney World? Like immediately, my mind goes to Dole Whip.
Premium bar. Oh.
It's not a Mickey bar. It's not a Mickey ice cream sandwich. It's not a foot long from oh geez, I just
Casey's.
blanked.
Casey's?
Casey's. There we go. The fact that I blanked on it, clearly not the snack or even the fun little corn dog nuggets with plastic cheese. It is Dole Whip, and it's Dole Whip number 1 with the bullet. And and the fact that Disney's kind of been going crazy with Dole Whip in their flavors here recently. So yeah,
I love that you float. Very good. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah.
I like Dole Whip, man. Just so dang good. And it
always
screams good. Disney.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's so funny. Like we've got there's a ceviche place near me where you can get I'm sorry, ceviche. You can get poke. It's a poke bowl place, but they have on the menu it says Dole Whip, and I'm like, are you allowed to say that outside of Disney? I mean, I guess that's what it is, but I always feel like
brand though, right?
I know it is, but I just feel like you can't say that.
I know.
Well, and I feel like the last couple of years, like Taco Bell tried to have like a frozen slushy drink, and it was like oh, low key, this is our Dole Whip drink. It's like, I had it. No, it's not. It is it is most definitely not a Dole Whip. I mean, like, it is a pineapple frozen drink.
Yeah.
Y'all, it was not a Dole Whip. It did not have the Disney magic. I mean, like you can think outside the box when you go to Taco Bell, but it did not have that little bit of pixie dust in it.
Nope. I agree. Dole Whip tastes best in Walt Disney World for sure. All right. For the 2 versus 7, Landon, we've got the Mickey ice cream bar versus ice cream sandwich. Now, which one do you prefer over those 2?
Even though I did say that Dole Whip is the iconic snack when it comes to Disney, if I had to choose another one, it has to be the Mickey ice cream bar. The last time that me and the Smoking Hot Girlfriend were down, she told me that she had never had a Mickey ice cream bar, and we made a point of going out of our way to get a Mickey ice cream bar and get a cast member to take a picture of her taking that bite out of the ear of her first Mickey ice cream bar.
Nice.
That is how iconic, that is how good that snack is.
Yep.
When it comes to Disney snacks and treats.
Yeah. I'll split the vote here so Stephers, you can decide, because I love Mickey ice cream bars, but my go-to is the ice cream sandwich. I get that every time.
Very good.
I love them. So Stephers, Which way do you go?
I wasn't actually ready to be a tiebreaker here.
You
because I
are.
do love both, and I was just gonna roll with whatever y'all decided.
You are the dissenter.
Let me think.
Wasn't that an episode of American Dad?
Probably.
Yeah. What's the alien's name? Roger? Was that his
Roger?
name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger was told he was the decider.
I'm going to base this off of ease of eating.
Okay.
Actually, that's a terrible way to
They're
decide
both
because they're both
pretty
kind of
easy.
difficult. No, they're
They
kind
are.
of difficult.
Really?
When you get to like when you're getting close to the stick and then it's like close to falling
Oh,
off, you
that's
gotta
true.
like,
That's
and then
true.
the ice cream sandwich when you like can't use the wrapper as your
Yeah.
napkin anymore, and then you have to.
You get chocolate fingers.
I'm gonna have to go with the ice cream
Ooh.
bar.
Okay. All right.
Wow. We have an upset. Oh,
Well,
no.
I also am like Justin, and I like to gravitate toward the sandwich, but I haven't been getting it as much because it's easier for me to do the stick situation than the sandwich situation.
Yeah. I don't
mean,
mind getting chocolate fingers, so.
Yeah, you're.
And also, chocolate fingers sounds like a really great medical condition to have.
That's right. It was my nickname in college, chocolate fingers. I
I
don't know why.
That's not.
Let's not dig into
Let's
that.
not. Let's not.
Let's not. Shall we not? Okay. All right. Number 3 versus 6 is Nomad Churros versus Mickey Beignets. And just to quickly pivot, I love the Nomad Churros. I'm voting Nomad Churros, and I don't think beignets are all that great at Disney. I've never had authentic ones in New Orleans. Landon's having a struggle. It's breaking down over there. But I'm going Nomad Churros. Even though they took away, like, you can't. I prefer it was like a spicy strawberry dip and then the vanilla. Like I preferred those two dips, and they've changed them up. But it's Nomad Churros for me. Nomad Churros. Landon, do you have a preference?
I have been fortunate enough to go to Cafe Du Monde in Nolans, and have legitimate beignets, and they are good. But I will echo what you say on property. They're fine. They're fine. But I mean, like, paired up against the Nomad Churros, I mean, they are killer. And I'm like I do kind of wish they would stick on some dipping sauces, but on the other side of the coin, I do think it is cool that they rotate some dipping sauces to keep it fresh. And when I said it's like cast members say these are the only churros that they eat, that is not a lie. I had a conversation with a cast member at Nomad Lounge who said cast members will come from other properties and other parks and get orders of churros to go, saying that they don't eat churros elsewhere when they could get them for free. They travel to get the Nomad churros, and also you can get them gluten-free. So there you go. And you can also get them to go. You don't actually have to go sit down and eat at Nomad Lounge. You can just go to up to the bar and get them to go. So fun fact. But for all those reasons and more, Nomad Churros get my vote.
So, Steffers, you get to voice your opinion, but it doesn't matter. Which one do you, in this case?
I've actually had neither, and I would have loved beignets. Because if it was Disneyland churros, I would have said yes to the churros, but...
Well, this is another thing we got to solve, Steffers, because the Nomad Churros are next level.
We're not going to Animal Kingdom.
I'm just saying in the future. I can't believe we didn't do this.
I was going to say we should have done that.
I know.
Yeah, we really should have. Yeah.
Oh, man.
We dropped the ball.
It's okay.
Also, why are Disneyland churros so much better than Walt Disney churros? Oh, is it the water?
I don't know. It sounded educated to me.
My theory is the humidity at Walt Disney World. I think that because they're all pre-made and they're sitting in those like heaters, but I think the humidity of Florida does something to the churros when they're just sitting there.
Well, honestly, both of your answers sound good enough for me. So
yeah. They always say in Florida you can't get good bagels because of the water, so maybe that's true about the churros as well.
Let's pronounce bagels.
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 All right. Number 4 is school bread versus the Germany caramel corn. I kind of feel like I know which way this is going to go because y'all haven't had school bread. So
doesn't school bread have like coconut in it?
Yeah. Landon's he's grimacing at the
Landon
coconut.
made a face.
All right. Well, then we don't even have to. We can just
Caramel coochie. I would have just
Sure.
voted caramel corn either way against whatever it was, because caramel coochie is my go-to when I go.
Yeah,
Oh.
That caramel
God.
corn is legit, and it's one of those snacks that you can once again get it to go and like maybe put some in your bag and take some magic home with you, and it is still so dang good
Fun
after the
fact, you
fact.
can mobile order it and just pick it up.
That is a fun
You
fact for
can.
sure.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yes.
Good
And
tips.
we here on the monorail are fans of mobile ordering. Always do that if that
Oh,
is
yeah.
an option. Don't stand in the
Absolutely.
line. Mhm.
No line standing. Okay. So we got round 2 here. Dole Whip is matched up with the storied Germany caramel corn. I'll start off just by saying I like Dole Whip. I like having it in the parks more consistently. If I was going to be choosing one or the other, I'd go caramel corn because I love it that much. So I'm voting for Germany caramel corn to upset Dole Whip in this round. Steffers, how do you feel?
Oh, I was gonna do caramel corn either way, so respectfully.
Oh, wow. All right. So Landon,
You ain't upset nobody except Landon.
Landon's shocked.
Might have
Landon
actually
can't
gone
breathe.
caramel corn too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the clean sweep.
I
Let's go,
know I might be call me a hypocrite, even though I said a couple
dude. You'd
minutes
spit in the
ago.
face?
Yes, spit in my face. Actually, don't spit in my face. There's a whole new pandemic starting. Thanks, RJF Jr. But I know I said that Disney's iconic snack is the Dole Whip, but I mean that caramel corn is just so damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Retweet.
smell, the taste. Oh, it's great.
The smell, so underrated. Just stand. And I know we said you can mobile order it, but standing in line waiting for it.
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
can breathe in them smells. Oh yeah.
I can
Oh,
practically
yeah.
smell it right now. It's so
Smells
good.
are free, baby. And once again, this is a snack that you can take home, put in your luggage, get home, and have a little bit of magic once you get home. Dole Whip, if you do that, put it in your luggage, you know what you're going to have? A mess.
Soggy luggage. Yeah. Soggy and
Nope.
sticky.
Ain't nobody want that.
No. All right. Now we got number 3 Nomad Churros going up against number 2, the Mickey Ice Cream Bar. Are we going to have another upset?
Number 7, Mickey Ice Cream Bar.
No, that's the
No,
sandwich.
2.
Mickey Ice Cream Bar is number 2.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's all right. So we got number 7 going up against number 3 here. So this is, so far
Flag.
chalk. Are we going to have an upset? We'll find out. Landon, why don't you go first on churros versus Mickey Ice Cream Bar?
I gotta go churros. Like I've said it on previous podcasts, and I'll say it right now. If all you do when you go to the animal kingdom, if you just go to Nomad Lounge and hang out, and that's literally all you do, I consider that a good day in the animal kingdom. And I know if you go to Nomad, you're gonna have churros because they are that good. They are that good.
Absolutely. Steffers, you haven't had the churros. Does that mean you automatically vote ice cream bar?
Well, so yes, but no. So I am picking the Mickey ice cream bar. However, that's just because it's ice cream, and Steffers will always pick ice cream above all.
Okay,
respect
that's fair
that.
enough. Now,
I respect that.
I will say, if this was the ice cream sandwich that made it through, this would be a much more difficult decision for me. But yeah, I can't. I mean, the churros are just and to me, we're heading for this epic matchup of the Nomad churros versus the caramel corn.
Oh Lord!
And I feel like that's the it's the only worthy competitor. Like if the ice cream bar made it forward, the caramel is going. So, all right, Germany caramel corn versus Nomad churros to make it to the final 4. Landon, I gotta say, your argument about the caramel corn, it's good every time, and you get to pack it up and take it home if you want, all the way home and enjoy a little Disney magic. That swayed me on this, and I'm going Germany caramel corn. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that my argument was had that much of an impact.
Yeah.
God, oh, this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Stephers. Hey, baby, come here.
Stephers.
Come here.
Oh, we're getting
I want her to answer. I want her to answer first.
We're getting a Lindsay vote.
Yeah. Yes, I have to consult with the smoking hot girlfriend.
Okay.
All right. So we're talking about this is up for a vote. We're doing our March Madness bracket, and it is down to Nomad Churros, which are dope, right?
Yes.
And it's going up against the Germany Pavilion's caramel corn. Dropped a little bit of colorful language. So producer edit.
I didn't hear it.
It didn't come up.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Great. All right. So oh, she says Nomad
She's
Churros.
saying churros. Do you stick with that vote, Landon? I mean, you polled the audience.
Oh, that's your final answer too. Okay.
Landon
I'm
is
gonna get
in
blood
pain.
off that one. Ow. Oh.
Yep.
Jay voted for
The corn, the caramel corn.
Jay went for the corn.
Yeah.
So
And I love those churros.
Stephers is yet to vote.
Anticipation.
Churros.
All right. We got 1-1.
I
One
love
vote
you.
for each. Stephers.
Caramel corn.
Stephers.
Caramel
Killed the-
coochie.
And there it is.
She killed the churros.
I stabbed
No.
them.
We lost. Yeah. Blame Stephers.
It's always my fault. But I will always go to Epcot and get some caramel coochie.
All right. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to talk chicken tendies.
Yes, this is the point where we announce we're pivoting from a theme park podcast to a chicken tenders podcast.
Oh, I would actually be on board for that, to be honest.
Hell,
every
if we
week-
could get sponsors, yeah.
Every week having chicken tenders and talking about them. Oh, I'd do it.
Hook a
for sure.
brother up, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's unveil the seating.
No, I don't
Again,
think Chick-fil-A would sponsor us just based on our
Well, plus-
recording schedule.
Yeah, we record on Sunday, so they wouldn't
Yep,
be in.
mhm.
All right, here's the seating. Number 1 overall, and this is based on reading several different articles. Like I said, everyone seems to believe Raising Cane's should be in number 1. So number 1 seed, this is not my opinion, Raising Cane's.
I don't know. I heard last week's episode where you said you loved Raising Cane's.
Yeah, no. Okay. No. Number 2, Chick-fil-A. I mean, who can debate? Number 3, Zaxby's. I don't know, like, is Zaxby's? I think it's a national chain, right? It's everywhere. I think so.
I mean, I have a Zaxby's, so that's all that matters.
Number 4, Bojangles. I actually have a Bojangles restaurant near my house that only serves chicken tenders. They don't even have any other kind of chicken entrees. It's just tenders.
And Bojangles started the chicken war, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Number 5 is Popeyes. Ooh, I love Popeyes. I haven't had it in a long time.
No, Popeye started the chicken war. I apologize, Bojangles.
Well, they're going to throw it down in round 1. Number 6 is KFC. I know we're getting sort of towards the bottom of the barrel. 7 is Sonic. And by the way, I think those are underrated, but we'll talk about it. And then number 8 is Chicken Guy. Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy. And so
Keeping it Disney-esque, right?
yeah, keeping it down at Disney. So we're going round 1. We got 1 versus 8, Raising Cane's versus Chicken Guy. And again, we're talking tenders, but the reason I matched up these two is because I think you could argue for both of them that the highlight is the sauces. So that means
that's right.
strip that away.
Good
and
job
we're
by
just
you.
talking about just the tenders here. So, I mean, y'all know how I feel about Cane's. I'll just start. I just think it's fine, but I will tell you, I think Chicken Guy's tenders are not good. So I would go Raising Cane's in round 1 here. It's the 1 overall seed. I think I have to go Raising Cane's. So Stephers, you can go second on this one. Raising Cane's versus Chicken Guy.
I've never had Raising Cane's, so I default to Chicken Guy.
Okay. And then
And
Landon.
I've never had chicken, guys, so I am defaulted to Raising Cane's.
Cane's.
Have you really not gone to Chicken Guy at Disney Springs?
Why would I go to a chicken place if I'm at Disney Springs? It's like we have Wine Bar George, we have the Edison, we have like actual
Cheap.
adult places to
Cheap.
eat.
Cheap and quick.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Like,
That's the only reason, I guess.
I'm on vacation. Money doesn't matter.
okay.
Well, I think that's the right answer. I think like just general impressions of the chicken from the population would put
I mean,
Raising Cane's.
I will
Good
say
on you. Good on you for pairing both of them together, because I do think you're right. Like both of like the selling point for both of them is the cane sauce, and then like even I know it's like you go to Chicken Guy for the like 9 million
Yeah.
sauce options you have. Good job by
Exactly.
you, buddy.
I will
Thanks.
say I haven't bought into the hype of Raising Cane's, but people really overhype it.
Yeah, it's people
It's
talk about
fine.
it like it's going to be
It's
life changing.
fine. Like there was like one just opened up for me like 5 minutes away, and like I went opening day, they had a DJ spinning out in
Cute.
front of it. They had security, like thinking they were gonna get like swarmed, like they like the Beatles were or something, and it's like I drove through the drive-through, and it's like great customer service, but it's like it was fine.
DJ White Meat spinning.
No, it
spinning the
was,
tracks.
it was actually Sterl the Pearl.
Oh, was it Sterl?
baby.
Okay. All right. Landon, I'm going to let you start this one because you are a former employee. So I think we have to disclose that in the notes here.
Exactly. Yeah.
We have a
Full
former
disclosure. Yeah.
former Chick-fil-A employee weighing in, but we got Chick-fil-A in the number 2 slot versus Sonic at the 7. And again, I think Sonic's chicken tenders are underrated, but I mean, it's up against a juggernaut here. So how do you feel?
And once again, full disclosure, I've never had Sonic's chicken tenders. I've had their popcorn chicken things, and those are solid.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
breading's
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like Sonic as a whole is underrated when
Mhm.
it comes to fast food. Like they do so much so good. But when you want chicken, Chick-fil-A is hard to beat, and their tenders are top notch. Now, my go-to is either their nuggets or honestly, their marketplace salad. That salad is really, really good. But I would vote when it comes to the Tindy vote. I am casting my vote as a former Chick-fil-A employee to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Checks in the mail, Eddie.
Yep. I'm going Chick-fil-A too. I actually really do like Sonic's chicken tenders quite a bit. It's something that I will get when I go to Sonic. But yeah, you can't. Chick-fil-A's they know what they're doing. There's a reason that people call it hate chicken and still go there because you can't stop. So, that's how it goes. Stephers.
It would have clean sweeped.
Yeah, clean sweep.
Mhm.
All right,
Sweepy.
very good. All right, we're moving on to Zaxby's versus KFC. I want to go first on this one just because I have a strong opinion. I used to really like Zaxby's, and then I got food poisoning one time, and I haven't had it since.
Ooh.
And it ruined
no.
it ruined me on Zaxby's. They're the 3 here versus the 6 KFC, but I like KFC again. Like it's classic. It's iconic. It's chicken from Kentucky made by a Colonel. I'm going KFC tenders in this one. So I'm leaving this up to you guys to settle this. So Stephers, Zaxby's or KFC for you?
Zaxby's.
Yeah, they got good sauce too, right? Like they're kind of known
They
for
have
their...
decent sauce, but I really like their
Their Zax sauce is
salads with the chicken.
Oh, the
side.
salads.
The
Yeah.
salads, yes,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah.
Though, now that you call them salads, it does kind of make me roll my eyes. It's like they're salads. We're adults here. Stop it. Just stop it.
Are we adults? No.
Kind of. We play
Age-wise, yes.
we play adults on TV.
Yeah.
Landon, would you also go the Zaxby's route and knock KFC out here?
If I'm going to KFC, I'm not going for the tenders. If I'm going to KFC, I'm going for like the big bucket.
Yeah,
Like I want the whole damn bird at that point. Like I want a leg, I want a breast. I like just put it in a bucket. But if I want tendies, I'm going to Zaxby's. And I hate that you had the experience that you had getting food poisoning, because let me tell you, there's been a lot of times that your boy has gone to Zaxby's and has done some damage.
Yeah.
Not only to Zaxby's, but also to himself by eating at Zaxby's.
I remember it being really good. It's just, and I honestly should go back again. It's been long enough. I mean, I'm talking, this has been years, but I got severely sick. And
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Being that scarred. Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
You know, they usually say the thing you eat right before you get the effects of food poisoning is not the thing that caused it, because it takes longer. So I don't even know necessarily that it was Zaxby's that made me sick, because it was like an hour later I was violently sick. But all I could taste was that Zaxby's coming up. And that was, I'm telling you, it's been hard. I know. I'm sorry for a graphic description. Okay. Forgive me. We shall move on. Zaxby's moving on to the next round. Now we got... after we all hear, after I violently threw up Zaxby's, let's move on to the 4-5 matchup of Bojangles and Popeyes. Yeah. You know, funny story about Popeyes. We used to have them in Knoxville a long, long time ago when I was a kid, but it was sort of a different place because they leaned into the Popeyes theming. Like Popeye and olive oil were on the like signage and in the commercials and stuff. And then Popeyes got banned from Tennessee. And I don't remember why, but the whole chain got like banned from the state. It's back now. I know that there's Popeyes in Tennessee now, but for a long time it was gone. Who knows why that happened? But I remember it as a kid having like the little Popeyes meals, and I loved it. Stephers, I want you to start us off on this one. Bojangles, Popeyes. Do you have a preference? I think they're very similar places. So this is a tough one.
Growing up, you grew up in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Popeyes girly
Mm-hmm.
through and through. Moved to North Carolina. I am now a Bojangles girly because they don't know how to do Popeyes here.
Oh.
So
okay.
I will have to put my vote on Bojangles because you can't. They know what they're doing there. They don't know what they're doing at Popeyes here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah. A lot has changed at Popeyes over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Landon, Bojangles, Popeyes.
Well, here's the part where I wax poetic.
Oh boy.
There is a Bojangles that is 5 minutes from my house.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Bojangles that is on my way to work, that is
Mhm.
open when I drive to work
Uh-huh.
in the middle of the night. But they do
So
not
Popeyes.
serve the tendies
Oh.
at the Bojangles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there is a Popeyes about 30 minutes from my house. And Stephers, this will apply to you. Do you remember? Well, you might not remember
5th of
when
September?
That's what I was gonna say.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, I'm
came
playing
out.
that right now. Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
you are on your Twitch. Plug it
I
right
am.
now.
Twitch Adventures with Stephers.
There we go. There was exclusive DLC plugged
Uh-huh.
and locked by going to Popeyes and having to buy a Popeyes tenders meal. So
True,
Landon ventured into Knoxville and went way outside of his comfort zone to go to a Popeyes to get this DLC for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Yes, you should.
to get a tenders meal. And he brought it home
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he bit into it.
And he puked it up.
No, he didn't puke it up. And he thought it was fine.
That's my Cane's experience.
It was fine. After I drove like 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back to get a piece of DLC that I grew out of like after 5 levels. No, actually, that's not true. I got a piece of summoning materia, so it's like I was able to like summon
Ifrit,
Fat
man. It's a
Chocobo.
sleigh.
or
Oh,
something.
Chocobo! We love
Yeah,
a fat
Fat
Chocobo.
Chocobo.
Yeah.
What up, Fat Chocobo? I
Aw,
know,
That's
I know
so
you. I know
forked
you
that
listen.
you got that from a chicken plate. Oh.
I know, right? But I say all that to say this: Popeyes tendies are fine. Bojangles tendies are above fine. So I'm gonna go Bojangles.
Eat,
Okay.
eat.
Bojangles moving on. I would have gone Bojangles too.
And also Popeye started the chicken war. So, there's that.
Yeah, well, but
People lost their lives. They did.
So we not like every week, but we will frequently go to this Bojangles Tinder shop that's near our house because May loves them too. And they're doing a refurbishment there. For what reason? I don't know, because it's really only been open a few years, but there have been several nights since it's been closed that I'm like, man, I just wish we could go get some Bojangles tenders. I've been sad not being able to get them. So yeah, Bojangles, moving on to round 2. All right. So now this is interesting. We got Raising Cane's versus Bojangles.
Oh, snap. We have chalk in this bracket.
Yeah, so far it's straight up. So far we got 1, 2, 3, 4 moving on. All right, Landon, Raising Cane's versus Bojangles. How you feeling on this one?
I'm feeling jangly, baby. Give me them bows.
Oh, it's bow time. That's what they used to say when you go to the drive-thru. I don't know if they still do.
It is bow time, baby.
It's bow time.
Because their tendies are better than Raising Cane's, and just straight up without the sauce.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's, they can maybe hide it with the cane sauce, but like just straight up chicken on chicken, Bojangles is better. And I say that this is the bracket where I feel like I am an authority on this, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm a big old fat kid. So I have a body built by fried chicken. So Bojangles tenders are better than Raising Cane.
Stephers, do you concur?
I concur.
I concur.
Sweep it.
Dilly dilly, it's bow time. Bojangles.
It's bow time. It's clobbering time.
All right. Bottom half, we got Zaxby's, the number 3, versus the number 2, Chick-fil-A. Steffers, you get to go first on this one.
Ooh. Okay. I'm really basing this off of the fact that I actually get tenders at Zaxby's and I get the nuggies at Chick-fil-A. So
fair.
I'm gonna do Zaxby's.
That's fair. Landon, you're feeling that answer. Are you in the same thought process here?
Yeah, literally the exact same thing. When I'm going to the CFA, I'm getting the nugs. When I'm going to Zaxby's, I'm getting the tendies. Zaxby's tendies are killer.
All right. Well, I mean, okay, I feel like I shouldn't even vote in this last round just because of what I said about Zaxby's earlier. So, unless there's a tie, I'll break a tie if I have to. But Landon, Zaxby's.
Do you want me to get Lindsay over here to be the tiebreaker again?
Well, she could. If she's got an opinion about both of these, that's fine. But first, let's see if there is a tie. Zaxby's or Bojangles?
Right, stand by.
Landon, which one are you going with?
Ooh, between the Jangles and the Zax. When it comes to tendies, I got to go Zaxby's.
Oh, okay. Steffers.
Yikes. I thought this was gonna be a clean sweep on the bow time.
Wow.
Yikes. You're gonna have to break the tie, Justin?
Lindsay's got to.
No, bring in the sweeper. Come on.
We need the smoking hot girlfriend to weigh in here. Ooh, I wonder if I can get an opinion from my girlfriend from long distance.
Okay, so Jay has to abstain himself from this vote because he had food poisoning from Zaxby's. Don't let that cloud your judgment. We are voting on best tendies, chicken tendies, of course, as opposed to, groundhog tendies. It comes down to Bojangles chicken tendies versus Zaxby's chicken tendies. Your thoughts? Without sauce.
Zaxby's.
Okay.
Smoking hot girlfriend says Zaxby's.
All right, Zaxby's, fine.
Wow,
fine,
that's an upset.
It's an upset.
A house that tendies together.
Let's be real
together.
though. Let's be real though. Zaxby's will move on, but it'll be short-lived.
Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe. If
maybe.
we throw out caramel coochie for some Zaxby tendies, I'm going to be upset.
So I asked for an opinion from my girlfriend as well. She's never had Bojangles tenders, and then she just said, "But tenders sound really good right now." So that's her vote.
Well, I know what y'all are doing for dinner then. Yeah.
Oh well. It was settled Zaxby's is, I guess by default she would have voted for Zaxby's. I would have gone Bojangles, so I think that's 3-2 anyway. If we factor everybody in, Zaxby's moving on. So, all right, we got the final four. The final four is set. On the left side of the bracket, the WDW Monorail going up against Living with the Landon Boat. On the right side, we've got Zaxby's Tendies versus Germany Caramel Corn from the Caramel Coochie.
What an amalgamation we have.
This is wild, dude.
All right. Well, the finals will be even more interesting because they'll have food versus some vehicle. So
if we don't make somebody pee this year, I'm going to be really upset.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's start with the Monorail versus Living with the Land Boat. Landon, I want you to start us off. Because you've got a stake in this thing, and I know you didn't even really want the Living with the Land Boat to move on versus Jungle Cruise, but here it is. It is in the finals versus the Monorail. How do you feel? Which one deserves the championship?
Well, first of all, how dare you?
Or at least to make it to the final.
I've already used my pass, so I can't do that again.
That's right. We didn't even establish. You do get one pass. You already used it. Can't again.
Yeah. Once again, livingwiththelandon.com. If you don't know what that is, just head over there. There's a whole speech that I didn't even plan to make it for people to read with grammatical errors and all sorts of stuff, but it explains what I'm doing on April 1st, raising money for Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee's Food for Kids program. Oh boy, I hate this and I hate you.
Fair.
Tracks.
The Monorail.
Okay. All right. One vote for Monorail. Stephers.
2 votes for Monorail.
2 votes for Monorail.
There it is.
And I would vote for Monorail as well. Come on.
Clean sweep.
Sweep it.
Living with the Land. We love you. This was a kind of a ploy
We'll
to get
ride
to
you
talk.
soon.
Yeah, it was kind of a ploy to get to talk about Living with the Landon, but hey.
Wait, Living with the Landon, what is that?
We got our money's worth there, but the Monorail has made the finals in a redemption story that is
Landon.com.
All right. Now the right side, Zaxby's versus Germany Caramel Corn.
Hold on, what the hell are we doing?
Madness. It's madness. March Madness Mayhem. Zaxby's versus Caramel Corn. So Stephers, I feel like you already showed your cards on this.
I did. I did.
Yeah, you're gonna go Germany.
Caramel corn.
Germany caramel corn.
Listen, if there's no other correct answer, and if there is, I don't want it.
Well, the funny thing is, with everything I said about Zaxby's, right now I'm hungry, and I would much rather have chicken tenders than caramel corn. I'm voting for Zaxby's. Yes, I want Zaxby's right now. I'm gonna give it a try. This is the redemption story for Zaxby's.
Landon.
Try the teriyaki sauce. It's really good.
Landon.
So I am the decider.
You are.
Landon.
See, once again, I have a Zaxby's like 10 minutes from my place. My condo is primo location for everything in Knoxville, if we're being completely honest. But the fact that I can get this in Knoxville, I can't get the Germany caramel corn in Knoxville. And that makes it that much more magic. And it is that dang good. And you can bring it home with you. So we are bringing it home with the caramel corn to the
Landon,
finals.
You are my favorite member of the Monorail family.
Okay. This sets up the final matchup of the bracket for 2025. The WDW Monorail versus why do I keep wanting to say Jeremy's caramel corn?
Jeremy's caramel corn
Oh my
from
god.
Main Street.
Yeah. I don't even know if he likes the caramel corn.
He better. It's his.
Yeah. Germany. And speaking as someone who has German ancestry, I should be biased here, but I'm also biased to the Monorail family.
Also, I just want to point out our matchup is the WDW Monorail and the Jeremy caramel corn, just like we all drew it up when we started this bracket.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The WDW Monorail at least was a 2 seed. No, it's not. It was a 6 seed. So, it should have been a 2 seed, but it was a 6 seed. The caramel corn is a 5 seed. So
we have a 6 and a 5.
A 6 and a 5 in the finals. All right.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna pee myself. So
is your stomach gonna make the decision for you here, or golly, I don't even know. I feel like look. There's a reason that I named
any
this
sentence
podcast
that
back
starts
in the
with
day.
"look" is just it's gonna be good.
We are the Monorail family here. Like, this is the Monday Morning Monorail Podcast. But we love food. It's like one of the main things we talk about.
And every time I get ready for a trip, I talk about this caramel coochie. Let me tell you. I do indeed. I talk about it all the time. I talk about the monorails all the time.
I feel like last year people wanted to strip me of my title because we voted against the monorail. I can't do it again. I'm voting WDW Monorail for the finals. So now I don't know if Landon, have you made up your mind on this one? Or are you thinking it through still?
I'm still thinking it through.
Do you want to go last?
Yes.
All right, Stephers.
Wait, I gotta go first?
Well, second. I already voted.
Yeah, that's how it
my
goes.
vote
He
doesn't
goes
count.
first. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was your vote. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I thought we were monologuing still.
I voted monorail.
I mean, we can talk through it.
I'm Zaddy Monorail. Don't forget it.
No, you're not. Please, no.
Okay, I'm gonna base
I've had
this
enough
off
bad stuff happen to me this year. Stop.
I'm basing this off of what I make sure I do almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I make sure I get the caramel corn every time.
Okay. All right. The final word of the 2025 Monday Morning Monorail March Madness Mayhem bracket. Landon the Dawes Doan. Who gets the trophy? Is it the WDW Monorail or is it Jeremy's caramel corn from the Caramel Coochie? I don't know.
Wow. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, y'all.
Jaws wins.
Yes, Jaws wins. He cashes in his money in the bank and wins the championship. Yeah. Oh boy.
What does your heart tell you right now? Lead with your heart.
I do love Jeremy's caramel corn because it is caramel corn.
Yeah.
And I do love Jeremy.
Yeah, he's great.
Good guy. But the WDW Monorail is the WDW Monorail.
It's true.
And man getting hit by football in the groin is man getting hit in football by the groin. Wait, God damn it. My vote's for the monorail.
Boom! There it is.
It's not really an upset, actually. I'm not upset with either of these choices. They were both
I mean,
solid. Food and a monorail. Like, listen, y'all. I will say a monorail has prevailed for yet another year.
That's
true. Really, we're all winners.
That is true. And when Jay sent me this on Friday, I was on my way to a work function and I went through the bracket and I literally responded, LOL, perfection. Because this was so unhinged, so fun. Thank you, dude, for this piece of awesomeness. This was great. Oh. Thank you so much.
I will also tell you, I only looked at the categories. I didn't really look into what we were doing, so it makes it more fun. I'm just like, huh? What?
What? What? Hmm? Well, it was fun putting it together. I will say, like, I know this is, this is the most ridiculous matchups that you could possibly have in a
What are you
bracket.
talking about? It's boats versus tendies. I mean, that's not ridiculous.
But I just thought, this is kind of the way our show is. We're non-traditional. We're
Unhinged.
off the rails. We're unhinged frequently. So it
We like to have
reflects
fun here on the monorail.
our podcast, and I hope you all enjoyed listening along. We'll post this out so you can play along if you'd like to. Fill out your own bracket and then tell us who brings home the championship for you. But what a redemption! What a redemption for the WDW monorail.
Ooh, how about this? Fill out your bracket, and if you make a $5 donation to Living with the Landon, and you can prove, like send us a screenshot, just a $5 donation to Living with the Landon. We can put it into a raffle. We can pull a random one. I will send you a Living with the Landon mug. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Cute.
Very, very good. But you got to show us, send your bracket, and you do have to show, like, I mean, if you fill out the form and make a pledge, I'll get that email, so I'll know that you did that. And by the way, again, thanks to those who have done that.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
But if you do a one-time donation just through the website or whatever, just screenshot, just send evidence of that. Monday Morning Monorail at gmail.com, and send us your bracket as well. But yeah, we'll put this out. Have fun with it. We had fun talking through it today. I know this was a long episode, but I felt like giving you all the full story, the full conclusion, and I hope you enjoyed listening along. No cliffhangers today. So, all right, we've gone on quite long enough, so let's wrap up today. Let's do a speed round of plugs. Stephers, tell us about your Twitch.
Twitch, Wednesday, Fridays, Saturdays, Adventures with Stephers, twitch.tv/Adventures with Stephers. Catch me live 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. You can catch me playing all the games, Final Fantasy Fridays, and I'm doing all the things. And then check out my YouTube channel, Adventures with Stephers. Okay, love you. Bye.
Great job. That was super speedy. We are going to do an adventure with adventures. No, we're doing an
across the Universal.
Across the Universal with Stephers. So we're going to record that. Maybe we'll do that Thursday, Stephers, if you're available. We can get that
okay.
done. And then Landon, do a super fast version of your song.
LAND TOZDOZ THET. Damn it, I can't perform under pressure. THEDOZ, Landon on Blue Ski, Landon Doan, I'm the best, Landon Doan, not the rest. Follow me on Blue Sky, some sort of character limit or something. I also appear on the Phil Show, News Talk 987 WOKI, radio station locally located here in Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at newstalk987.com. Also available in the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 987 app as well. Speaking of Living with the Landon, we have been talking about Living with the Landon on the Phil Show. You can head over to the Phil Show podcast feed and hear me talk with Phil Williams about Living with the Landon. But once again, livingwiththelandon.com for all the information. I know I've peppered y'all with it throughout this episode. I'm going to continue to pepper you with it up until April 1st, when I marathon ride Living with the Land to raise money for Second Harvest Food Bank of East Tennessee's Food for Kids program. We are raising money for kids in East Tennessee. Second Harvest Food Bank does such an amazing job. They service 18 counties in East Tennessee. They can turn $1, they take that 95 cents and they can feed people with that. $100 donation can feed one kid for a calendar year, but it doesn't need to be $100. Just a $1 donation, a $1 pledge to Living with the Landon. If I write it 20 times, that turns into $20. That $20 means a world of difference to somebody who needs it here in East Tennessee. I've said it before and I'll say it right now. Y'all are the best fans in the podcasting game. And I mean that. And I know that. So thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for what you have done and what we will continue to do leading up to April 1st, where we truly will then be Living with the Landon. And if you could do all of those things, but I ask you two more things: breathe, have a little bit of fun, That would mean the world to me. I'll talk to y'all next week. Love you, man.
Very, very good. I am Justin Monorail on all the things. We are at Morning Monorail pretty much everywhere. Follow us, be part of the fam. You can join the Facebook. We've already talked about that. We also have a Discord if you want to chat with us and the other Monorail fam all week long. You can join the Discord. There's a static link in the Facebook group. So join all the things. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being part of the Monday Morning Monorail family. And bring a friend. We love it. Bring all your friends and neighbors onto the monorail, and we'd really appreciate that. We're going to wrap up today, but we'll be back again next week. Until then, thank a team member, thank a cast member, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.